teach, we are done with so what we are troubleshooting, okay? Git, okay? Git what? Git, Maven, SonarQube, Tomcat, and what? Next. So if you have issues with any of this, please just indicate, okay, tell us what the issue is, and then what we are going to enable you to share your screen, okay, and let's get it resolved. Okay, it's so important. I know it's early morning, people may be at work, but if you are home, take advantage of that, right? As well. Okay, by the way, right, if you cannot share your screen this morning because you are at work, right, in the evening, right, 7 p.m. Eastern time, you can join the evening class, and what we are going to be doing the exact same thing. So you can always take advantage, right? If you can't do something in the morning because of course time, then what you can always attend, you know, you can always attend the class in the evening, and as well, okay, you're going to share your screen also. Okay. So today, I know that one of the areas that you guys are going to have issues with has to do with what? With Maven, okay, Nexus integration. And the question is, okay, how to authenticate with what? With Nexus. So I'll look at that again this morning. So, oh, okay, Toyin, yeah. So I'll ask Isaac to what? Isaac, can you add Toyin to classroom 3? Okay. So Toyin, Isaac is going to add you, okay? So you can so
full
the
name.
huh?
Full name. Is it
Olajim, okay?
let me see. This was okay.
Yeah. So I have that.
That's 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what? Because the morning class and the evening class, they all run the same schedule. You understand? So if you miss a class in the morning, you can what? Take advantage. Take what? By the way, that class runs.
Can you help me also, please?
Okay, sure, okay. Just indicate in the chat, and Isaac will take note of that, okay? So what? That class runs 1 a.m. Nigerian time, okay? 1 a.m. Cameroon time. Yeah, like that. So that is it, okay? So now, let's look at what? How to authenticate with Nexus. So it all runs the same schedule. So if you miss a class in the morning, you can always what? Always, by all means, join the evening class. It's all the same thing. And of course, even if you attend in the morning and what you still want to attend the evening, it's still okay. Okay. Because let me tell you the honest truth. These two sessions are always something is always different. Something is always adding. Why? Because it's always something to learn. It's always some new inspiration, always some, all of that. So it's always so important to take advantage of both. Right? You can learn both. It builds your confidence. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Okay. So how do we authenticate our Nexus with Maven? Okay. How to what? Authenticate Nexus. Okay. Authenticate Nexus with what? Authenticate Nexus with Maven. So we have mentioned that one, in a working environment, okay, all the engineers, will be given what? Will be given access to the company's, okay, Nexus environment. which means that all engineers will have what? Will have their unique, okay, credentials. I understand that you guys know in the morning like this, it's not easy. Most of you are at work, and all of that. So to share your screen is really a problem. So in the evening, it makes it so good, right? Yeah. So what? All the, you would, an admin the company is going to create for you what? A username and what? And a password. So let's do an example here, okay? There we go. So let's say, for example, right? You've been onboarded onto the company, and then what? They go to the Nexus environment, and Isaac, are you looking at the chat? I think many people are asking for access to really just look at that. I see Funmi, Protus, who else? Yeah, Olajumoke, and Benjamin. Great. Okay.
Yeah, I'm on it, sir.
Thank you. So when you log into your Nexus environment, you have what? You're going to have the options to create repositories. Of course, your admin is going to grant you that access to be able to create these repositories and all of that. Okay. But one of the most important things that will happen is that you're going to have access. So, for example, right, I want to add Protus or Benjamin. Okay. Okay, what Ben? Name is what? Benjamin. Benjamin here. Okay. Let's call it engineer here. Okay. Email is what? Benji. I have a friend who was Benjamin in school. We're calling him Benji. So I hope that is not an issue. Password demo 2020. Benjamin, do your friends call you Benji more often?
Ben. Benji. No, Ben. Benoski.
That's it now. Okay. So we have what? We have, so in most cases, you are going to be given this kind of access. So this is Benji, right? I can log out now and what? I'm going to log in again or sign in as what? As Ben. That's the, see this? So what? Ben have signed in and what? So in this project, right? Your assignment is using what? Using the default login. This is what? This is Ben. Okay. Then of course, the password is what? Is demo 2020. And what? The server URL. Okay. It's this. Let's go back here. So what? This is, okay. The server URL is this one. Now, okay. So now, your what? Your assignment or your goal, your task is what? Log in and what? And create 2 repositories. Okay. 1 release and what? And 1 snapshot repository. Okay. So you log in as Benji. I'll say what? So I just want, I like to document a lot. So my release repo, then what? My snapshot repository. Yeah. Okay. Snapshots. So now, again, I go back to my account. That's Ben. I go to settings. All right. I'll go to repositories. Okay, create repository here. Now, okay, we have what? Now, like we mentioned last time, right? So Nexus is a multi-format artifact management system. These are what? These are all the types of artifacts that it can save. Docker hosted for Docker images, Maven for Maven build artifacts, NPM for NPM packages. Okay, so I mean, it's what is an environment that can be used to host different types of artifacts, and this is so important. Like we saw in our Nexus presentation. So now we are looking for Maven hosted here. Create this. Okay, I'll click here. I'll call it what? Benji. Okay, because of course many others are going to be creating their repos, right? So you want to what? For your first name, Benji what? Benji release, okay? Repo. And that version history is so important. So I leave everything as release. And for now, we are going to create. When you create this, you see we have what? We have Benji right there. We're going to what? We're going to copy this URL. Now, it says what? Copy to clipboard, use what? Control C and hit enter. Control C, enter. There we go. Then what? I'm going to go ahead now, go back to my documentation, and we are going to just paste this here. Okay, there we go. Now, my next repo is going to be the snapshot repository. Again, very important. I go back to my Nexus environment, and what I have the requirement to create a Nexus snapshot repository. Again, Maven hosted. I'm going to provide what again? Benji. Okay, this time around snapshot repo. Okay, in the version policy, I'll select snapshot. Let me increase font size, okay, so you can see clearly. Is it okay now? I think it's good now, right? Okay, so we have that, and now we're going to what? Go ahead and we're going to create that. Okay, so now it becomes a problem. Okay, this is Benji. I'm going to what? Copy this again, Control C, and I'll go back to my documentation, and we are going to have this here. Okay, so we have this. Now I have my repositories. Again, still with what? Maven Nexus authentication. I'm saying this because even at work, it's a problem. You often have these tickets that relates directly on what? Or artifacts not been uploaded. Okay, and now you are being asked to authenticate. Yeah, you have been asked to authenticate, or you have been asked to investigate, right? Where do you start? Look at the error message. Maybe the server is down, of course, they can't accept anything, or probably the uploader or the engineer, the actor doesn't have access, doesn't have the permission to upload. So now that was one, right? So 2, 3, let's what? We have to modify the form, okay, .xml file, the what? In the distribution management. Oops, management is wrongly spelled. Management what? Distribution what? Management section, the file has to what? This file has to be modified. The next thing is that what? We have to again what? Provide authentication details. Yeah, authentication details in what? In the settings.xml file in what? In OPT Maven count and what? The file name is settings.xml. What? XML. So in this case, I can run this. I'll do what? Sudo vi. Okay. OPT Maven conf. Oh, sorry, I almost got it. I think I saw the autocomplete and then it went away. Okay, so this is that XML. See that? There we go. So once we run this, we can what? We can get in there and of course, modify that file. So we have what? You have two files that must be modified. In this pub.xml file, we're going to what? Modify this section and what? And provide what? Provide the repos created in what? In the required sections. Then what? Of course, in this file, I'm going to what? I'm going to update my, so what? This information, okay, there we go. So what? This is what we are going to modify in what? In the settings.xml file. Now, with Nexus Enterprise, with the enterprise version of Nexus, right? We don't use password, we use tokens. You understand? But again, please understand the intention is what is to authenticate. So in the place of password, it's going to be tokens. By the way, password is what? Password is being phased out in almost everything today, right? Tokens are taken over. Okay, you see GitHub as what? Git has phased out passwords. Now we have personal access token. Docker has phased out passwords. It's now tokens. There were a lot of technologies are beginning to phase out, passwords. That's what I'm saying. Why? Because passwords are easily hackable. The tokens are very difficult to hack. So in the enterprise environment, instead of password, you're going to have what? You're going to have tokens. See this? So yesterday I did not talk about tokens, but today we're speaking about tokens. So you see that every class something comes up. Every class is what there's a difference. Okay. So you can never say, oh no, I'm good. Okay, Prof, we're going to cover this stuff. I don't have to watch the video again. I don't have to come to this class today, blah, 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 like that. Nope, not good. So now, if I want to update this section, what am I going to put here as my username? Here I am, Benji, right? This is Benji. And what? The password here is just what? Demo 2020. So if you want to update, you must what? Use the exact same credentials. Okay. I have this now, but again, I have to what? I have to access this file. I have to go paste this here. Understand? So now that's what? I'm going to share my screen as such. No, I'm already sharing my screen. I'm going to pull this down. And oops, sorry. Okay. Great. So again, Nexus is also one of those. I mean, not Nexus. Okay, Maven is one of those technologies that you are going to be asked to also install locally your system. Very important. Why? Because what? You need it to authenticate with other tools and all of that. So let's start with the settings of XML file. So of course, if I run sudo vi into what? opt Maven, I have my conf directory. In the conf directory, we have the settings.xml file. See that? Because I've invoked the sudo command, I have to confirm that yes, I have admin privileges. Therefore, what I put my password is always 2020. So you can guess the password to my phone. Okay. So I always like to use the SENU command to see number, right? So working in files on the command line, always what? Always, okay, pull up the numbers, pull up what? Pull up the numbers, line numbers, okay? The line numbers using what? Using the semicolon SE what? NU, like that. So if I come here, while I'm still in the command mode, shift semicolon SE space NU. I see numbers now. Now, if you access this file for the first time, this lines is not there. So yesterday, what we were able to copy this from here. We edited it like this. So it's always a good idea to what? Always work from from some environment, maybe Notepad or any, okay? Before what? Before you transfer your work into the actual environment. Okay? So once you have your password like this, you're good. So now I can just hit my I there. Oops, sorry. I here instead for insert mode. So this is wrong. It should be Benji, not that. So my username now is going to be Benji. So all of you, right, on your local system, you must what? You must provide the password and username. In this case, this is Benji. And now I have here demo what? Demo 2020. See that? Again, in the working environment, password has been replaced with personal access tokens, but because this Nexus is open source, we don't have that option. But in the working environment, the company we use definitely in most cases they will use the enterprise environment, the enterprise version of Nexus, okay, and that comes with much more security advantages, features, all of that. So now I'm going to do this, okay, save and quit. There we go. That's the first modification that we're looking at. The next one is what? Is the problem.xml file. And all we're doing here is what? Is to update something. So again, if I sit into, I think I had the stuff here. Yeah, there we go. That's my project, right? Okay, in this file, we have what? We have the form.xml file there. If we PI into what form, again, use the SENU to see number. But of course, what? We are looking at line number 79, and what? And 85. Therefore, I'm going to first go ahead. At the moment, I'm going to carefully copy this, come back here. Again, you must be in the insert mode to modify a file from here. There we go. You can run what? Control V. And now I'm going to just adjust. Adjust this. Okay. Oh, by the way, looks like that's an error there. So okay, well, this should not be here. It should be up here instead. It should be in the release section. So instead, they should be right here. So I'm going to same thing, paste it, and take out what. See, so see, I'm using my arrows, right? You cannot use a mouse here. A mouse will not work. The arrows. There we go. Therefore, I come back here again. Okay. Paste the Benji snapshot repo right here. Therefore, we have here is that. Okay, Linux 101, we press the escape button for command modes. Then what? We can save the view pure exclamation sign. We have been able to quit. Now, we can what? That's it. Right? How do I deploy now? NVN what? We can what? We can then 5 deploy what? Deploy into Nexus. What's the command again? Okay, NVN what? NVN deploy. So if I run NVN deploy right there, to that. So my artifact, if everything is correct, is now going to be deployed into Nexus. So unless my password is wrong, okay, great. Okay. So most of you are going to what? Face this issue again is what? It's a good troubleshooting. I like when things like this happen, because sometimes you may think that, oh, so what? You are going to get this error message. Okay, if what? If your password and username is wrong. That's what. Look at this very carefully. Benji, okay. And what? Demo. Let me go and check it out again, okay. Let's go back here. And we are going to. Oh, this is Ben. Sorry. See that? It's Ben. It's not Benji. See this? Very, very. Oh, God. So when you make this type of mistake, what happened? It's this. See that? It's Ben. It's not Benji. Benji came up when I was asking him if he was called Benji in school. And okay. So I go back here. And of course, okay, I knew it. So this is Ben. That's what it has to be the same. So that you know, if you put in the wrong username for your Gmail, what happens? You get error, right? Incorrect. So again, I use my up arrow key to report. So that. So this here. And now I'm going to just what? Take out this insert mode. It's Ben. There we go. I like that. And then again, what? Deploy. So if you get a 401 error, unauthorized, just what? Go back and check if you made a mistake with, okay, with what? With your credentials in the settings.x. Now what? It went through. So we have been able to fix that issue. Okay, that has now been fixed. Let's see. Okay. Does anyone want to share their screen? Show me something. Anybody?